She will do anything but apologize. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And holy crap, did my Twitter blow up this morning when I was just hanging out and noticed that Alyssa Mercante had been bringing me up once again. Because here's the thing with people like her. She's so irrelevant. She has nothing to offer to the masses. So she has to create controversy out of thin air just for people to talk about her. And I know that sounds funny because here I am talking about her, but before you even start typing, well, you're pushing it. This has been the best thing that's happened to my channel since I started 8 years ago. So hell yeah, I'm going to be talking about it because it brings the views and I enjoy the attention. What, am I going to lie about that? It's great. I should be thanking her. But at the same time, I think there's a deeper problem, a deeper rooted issue here that we need to get at. The whole, she refuses to apologize for contacting my wife and instead has gone the opposite direction, quadrupling down, 5 times, 6 to 8 times doubling down. I don't even know what the doubling down is at this point. She is so steadfast in her stance of not apologizing and working for her employer at Kotaku, not reprimanding her, not writing her up, not making a public statement, not doing anything, I don't know, a normal company would do when something like this happens, just emboldening her, making her feel like what she's doing is right. And reality hasn't hit her yet. So she keeps going out there and feels justified because there's nothing stopping her from doing it. And her latest venture is turning my tweet of how she contacted my wife via DM into a slogan, into a joke, trying to make light of it so that she doesn't look so stupid. But here's the thing with people like her. Everyone already knows she's an idiot. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article and screenshots breaking down her breakdown. Because honestly, when I saw this today on Twitter, shout out to Master of the TDS who shared with the screenshots to me because I blocked her and she blocked me and I don't care about interacting with her anymore. I still saw these screenshots because he was like, man, she's still going at you even with you guys blocked. I'm like, man, she must really be scraping the bottom of the barrel right now to have to keep talking about me and not apologizing. Like, you don't have anything else going on in your life? You're going to keep bringing me up? All right, I'll dance. She goes on Twitter, Alyssa Mercante, just DM my wife. I don't understand this joke. If someone could explain it to me, I am all for it. But to me, this looks like an attempt to lighten the mood of the situation, to not make it feel as serious or as much of a problem as it really is. And this is very dangerous, to lighten the impact of going out of your way to DM someone's significant other when you have a minor Twitter beef. I don't even know what her beef was with me outside of retweeting someone. Like, that was enough justification apparently for her to go out of her way and spout madness about me to my wife. And now make light of it because she's feeling the pressure of everyone around her. Now, I saw what she was doing right away. Like, I'm like, okay, the only thing I could see her trying to do is to make it not that big of a deal so that she doesn't look as bad as she does right now. So now she's moving on to the next move in her woke agenda playbook, which is when I make a mistake, instead of being accountable and apologizing and trying to be a better person, I triple down and make a joke out of the situation so that I'm not in the wrong. She said on Twitter, does this make sense or should it just say it flat out without the text bubble for a t-shirt? And then later followed up with a mock of the t-shirt saying, Alyssa Mercante just DM my wife and said, who wants one? Got my t-shirt answers, thanks all. If you like the proof of concept, I may sell them for charity. You know, here's the thing. I'm all for making light of a situation and selling something and sending it for charity. If we can both work towards that, I'm all for it. But my whole thing is, where the hell's the apology? Secondly, this is concerning to make light of a situation to the point of it's not that big of a deal reaching out to a significant other, setting a very dangerous precedent for the rest of social media interactions. It's not something that we should be laughing about. It's not something we should take lightly and encourage others to do in other situations. This is something that is like, you don't go there, you don't do that, and you definitely don't joke about it afterwards. Like, every move she could make is the wrong move, and she keeps making them for, I guess, attention. She's been on the record interviewing with magazines talking about how she loves the attention and doesn't care if she's the bad guy. She just wants the attention. Her Twitter followers have doubled since all of this started, and she feels like she found a secret trick to grow her brand. But joke's on her when she realizes the only reason people are following her is to laugh at her. Fake Save said, trying to make money off your harassment and intentions to destroy a marriage isn't the best of options, not gonna lie. I mean, thankfully there's some sanity still on the internet, but part of the problem that I seem to be encountering right now is she does have more reach than I do. She has connections in the video game industry because she's been working at Kotaku. So she's now utilizing those connections to encourage the situation and push this, propagate the joke to a further place. And it's just, look, I'll remove myself from the situation and say, if this were someone else, I would not feel right trying to turn it into a joke. Like, that's one of those lines you don't cross. You don't make light of that. You don't try to be funny about it. You own up to your mistake. You apologize to the person. You have a conversation, maybe. You tone it down a little bit and maybe come to some sort of ground together that you can both agree on and move forward from there. But to do what she's doing right now and then reach out to industry people, I mean, the one that I saw is unemployed. There's probably a reason for that. But here's the thing. There's people out there that have worked in the game industry that have a following that are now pushing this narrative for her. And I don't have that kind of following to fight back with. So it's almost like this is a way to get her win, even though she lost by all accounts in this situation. Like, she completely took the L, but she is refusing to accept it, which kind of makes her look even worse. And this is the best way she can rationalize to turn it around. She ranted on Twitter, Alyssa Mercante just DM'd my wife, and continued, Alyssa Mercante just CM'd my punk. Alyssa Mercante just BM'd my toilet. Alyssa Mercante just FM'd my radio. And kept going with these, like trying to create a joke out of it. And again, I want to go back to, I'm all for making a joke out of a situation. I really am. If it's something you can make light of, great. But there are some things where you're like, hey, you just tried to ruin this guy's relationship, all right? That's kind of a line, a boundary that you don't cross ever, especially for the reasons that you chose to. You don't do that. But then to move forward with making a joke out of it is just so unbelievably sad that it makes me wonder, what has transpired in your life where you think like what you're doing here is okay? James Davis, who someone I've never heard of before, but apparently is someone who used to work at Activision, Blizzard, Naughty Dog, and Rooster Teeth, and apparently out of a job and interviewing. Can't imagine why. He said on Twitter, I'm single, not because of being undateable, but because I constantly fear Alyssa DMing my wife with a crying face. And then a screenshot picture meme of my wife and your wife kissing a girl, and it says Alyssa Mercante under her. And honestly, I don't get it, and maybe that's something that needs to be explained to me. But this guy clearly doesn't understand the gravity of the situation, nor has he took any time to research anything. And if he has, he's just as fucked up as Alyssa is, because you don't do this. Like, it's just one of those areas you just stay out of. You don't try to inject yourself into it to back up your buddy, especially when your buddy is completely in the wrong. I wrote on Twitter, next 4D chess move is to gang up with her buds in the industry and attempt to change the narrative by turning contacting someone's wife into a joke. It's been on full display today. I can't even begin to make this shit up. What the F is wrong with these people? And I retweeted James Davis's screenshot, and he saw that, so he decided to write something back. And he said, uh-oh, in a weird way, I'm proud I made something worth showcasing in this Gamergate war. Means I made something that sparked some sort of feeling, good or bad. Seems like folks are taking my goofy image seriously. I don't know, man. I'm just happy for our wives. What the hell does that even mean? I'm happy to have made an impact in this Gamergate stuff. Don't care if it was good or bad. At least I'm interjecting myself into the situation, and I'm proud of myself for that. That's a really weird W to try to take? I don't even understand why you care. Like, what even is that? Doesn't even make any sense. So I wrote back, I don't know, man. I wouldn't encourage folks to contact their wives or choose to joke about it to make light of it. But hey, what do I know? You do you. Hope it works out well for you. And that's kind of where it is right now. Alyssa is trying to turn the situation of her contacting my wife, proactively trying to ruin my relationship, failing miserably, and then not facing any repercussions for it. So now feeling like she has free reign to do whatever the hell she wants. And this is unfortunately what happens when you let your employees at Kotaku run free with wielding power that they definitely shouldn't have. Which reminds me, before I go, the End Kotaku petition that I started on change.org is dangerously close to 4,000 signatures. If you have not signed it already, please check it out. I will link it in the description below. For the betterment of video game journalism, Ending Kotaku is a good place to start, especially stopping these types of people. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing. Smash, change,